Hey guys, welcome back to our video. In this video, we are going to be doing some fencing. So, basically, we're not going to film the whole thing because that would be like, we're going to probably be out here for 2 hours right now. So, we're not going to film the whole thing, but we'll show you like what we brought, what we use, and how we do it. So, some of the fences, we're probably just going to fix it up a little bit, and then some parts are going to have to put a whole thing across. So, tell them what we're probably going to have to do.
So we're just going to take the old existing fence and we're going to use it, but we're going to take and run a top strand of brand new barbed wire. You know, just because these fences are a little bit shorter anyway. It's a lot of tree lines, so the trees make a natural barrier
And
for most animals anyway.
They also fall over, but can I say how the horses love us or something? They must love us because there is literally, we fixed it yesterday because we realized how bad it was, but literally it was like an area right here and they could easily like step over it.
It was probably 2 foot off the ground and then they could just step right over it.
Yeah, and like trees fall down on top of it and everything like that. So if you don't know how it looks, we'll give you a quick explanation. Basically there's an area right here. Well, I'll just show you because it's kind of hard to explain.
We'll show you out there.
And let's show you what we brought too, because I want to. Guys, so we're gonna show you what you're gonna need. And so right here is the cooler, which we have a bunch of snacks and drinks and stuff like that. You need to stay hydrated. And then we have these, which are 1 1/4 fence staples or nails or whatever. Okay, we have a hammer, and then we have, this is very important. You're gonna need this a lot, but this part you're probably not gonna really use. You need a real hammer for that, because it's just a bigger surface. This thing right here, can you pick it up? The barbed wire. That right there, $50 around. So, fence stretcher like 30. And and we also yesterday we fixed it up a little bit, like some major things we had to fix up. Oh wait, these are 2-inch. Is that why they're so big? They're 2 inches? Well, we thought we got 1.5 inch. Either way, get a smaller one. And yeah, it's pretty much, oh yeah, you might need these. Well, you're gonna need these and wooden fences too, but we're fixing our fence, obviously.
So we're just adding those in to help
Yeah.
stabilize.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're clearing, you're gonna need the chainsaw, but most of ours that we're working on today is cleared. But we still have a little bit more to clear, which we'll be doing another day. This thing right here will help you out a lot too, to push down the staples. You probably need that, honestly.
Staples?
You know what I'm trying to say. What are they called?
Fence posts?
Yeah. How much do you think that thing costs?
This is a homemade, so pretty cheap.
Homemade, pretty cheap. Welder, all you need. All right, now we're gonna head over there.
All right, guys, so this is our fence row. And it does get clearer up there. This is just, this was cleared out a little bit earlier in the year, but it had a chance to grow back up. So we're gonna have to go back through this and clear that out another day. But we're gonna start from here. We're just gonna run 1 strand all the way up. Alright guys, so the reason why I was clearing out all those little saplings or whatever toting this barbed wire along, you don't want to trip and fall on it. Be a bad day.
So we're starting at this post or tree.
We're wanting to go with the top strand first, right? So I'm going to come up here about chest high. Is where our top strand's gonna come. And I may end up coming in and putting in another strand below this, depends on
how it looks.
Where we're at. But you just come up here to one of these barbs and don't do that. Drop it, lose it.
And then you just twist it
come
around.
down a little bit and put in another one.
You didn't do that yesterday. You just twisted it yesterday, I think.
Well, yeah, some of the times when I had a whole lot left, I just tied it onto itself.
Okay.
Just looped it.
And basically now you're just going to want to take this almost all the way across, well, yeah, all the way across where you want it to end at, basically, is where we're taking this at. Sorry, I'm bringing you guys down, so.
So if I had a roller, you just hold this and it just spins. That would be awesome.
Another reason why we're running another top layer around is, Dad, can you stop real quick? Is because if you see this, oh my gosh, I hate this long tripod. If you see that, that's very rusted and very brittle. So like you can't tie it anymore or nothing like that. So that's pretty much why.
Short.
Yeah, it's also really short. So this is not like a thing that we built a long time ago. No, this is like somebody else's built, I think.
Yeah.
And I guess back in the day, what Dad said is they didn't care if their cattle got out or something because they could easily step over that. Or their cattle were just good and didn't get out. I don't know.
I think they were shorter too. Just anyway.
Yeah, so that's
Bred cattle to be taller and bigger now.
yeah. In some spots it gets a little bit taller. Like I mean, it's just to like my elbow length, I would say. But it gets a little taller. But as you can see, like you see, this is like hollow in my opinion. Like it's basically about to like fall apart. So. Dry rotted, I guess. I don't know. So it's hanging on by these little bitty posts that are not even attached to the ground no more. Nothing like that. So that's another good reason why we're doing this. I think that they.
Tool that we forgot to bring.
What? Gloves, yeah. But basically, they get a little bit taller in this area because like it used to just be like right there in other areas, but. I guess it all just depends on the area. But yeah, as you can see, Dad's having a hard time now that we've gotten to the end of this roll. But we're just gonna stop right here because as you can see, there's still a lot more clearing we have to do over there. As he said, we did a lot of our clearing earlier in the year, so most of it is already a little bit grown back, and then we didn't even finish, you know, clearing when we did clear last year.
Well, I had planned on clearing my birthday week.
But, you know, didn't happen.
Other stuff happened. All right, guys, so this is a fence stretcher.
This one's a little tough, though.
Yes, I don't know.
We don't really use it.
Yep. So, on this particular fence stretcher, I'm sure it's like this on all of them, but you can stretch either way. But we're gonna use this one. We're gonna hook it to our wire right here. So, are you able to get that? It just slides down in there. Clamps there.
And then you put it on the tree.
Then we pull it up on the tree. Or if you wanted to, you could have it on your post or on your fence if you're stretching it together. But we're just gonna, I'm thinking this tree's small enough I can do this. All right.
And basically, if you don't know what it does, it just makes it tight.
Yep.
And that's all it does. So now what you're going to want to do is get one of these nails.
Because I didn't stretch it up. Gotta loosen it.
Now you're going to get one of these and nail it right there. And then you're going to want to go across the line and nail it in. And we'll show you how to do that. And if you don't get it to the length that you want it or the height that you want it, then just do it again but in a higher position, because that's what he just did. He wanted it chest high.
And you want to come through here and make sure it's not caught on anything.
As you can
be
see,
caught on stuff and cause it not to be tight.
as you can see, it was caught on this little piece right there. Just undid that, and he's gonna walk around there and see, make sure nothing's caught on nothing. Didn't you say that we normally buy the 1.5 inch of these, but we thought we bought the 1.5 inch. We actually bought the 2 inch. So we just bought the 1.25 inch that time. Basically now he's just gonna nail into pretty much each post.
It's just gonna keep it at that same height.
And it's not gonna get loose or anything. And you pretty much do that around every single post.
Yeah.
You might want to skip a couple.
Normally you would have posts. We
And
have
not
trees. And normally they'd be in a straight line.
But they're not.
But ours are not necessarily exactly straight.
So you just kind of have to work with what you got. And, I mean, it works. It's going to be a fence and it's going to keep the whatever in, so. You just nail them in all the way. Make sure you don't just, like, tap them in, because then they'll just fall out. And I can't do this part because I'm weak. But yeah, we're just going to do this all the way. Take it out of the fence stretcher. You pretty much do what you did to put it in. So it's pretty simple. At least with this. All right, guys, we're going to do this the whole way through. The same thing. If anything interesting happens.
Whoa, that was interesting.
Oh, my gosh.
Something just ran up in that
That's
hole.
a rat. That's a rat. You see it up there?
Uh-uh.
I can't barely either, but it's a rat up there.
Oh, it's like a chipmunk or something.
That was good.
Oh, they ran up the hole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beware of those little holes in the tree, I guess. But anyways, we're going to basically do the same thing throughout this. We're going to catch up with you guys if anything interesting happens or if we are done. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit.
We're done stretching the fence.
We're pretty much almost done. We probably would spend an hour on this fence just doing one. But basically all we have to do is...
All right, guys, so all along here, we just used the trees. So we're not exactly in line. Of course, these posts aren't worth diddly anyway. So we're gonna have to go through and put in some T-posts every so often just to add some rigidity to the wire. Is that the word, rigidity? Anyway, strength.
and tell them what we're gonna do over there.
On the other fence, along that fence line, there's considerable more trees that we're gonna be able to use, so we won't need any fence posts over there. But we're gonna run a top strand along it.
All right, guys, so we went on ahead and did a middle line off camera, did the exact same thing. And we put up a stake right here, and all we did is take that thing right there, pushed it down, and then we've got
A couple of fence ties.
a couple of fence ties, and we're just gonna
Take that, wrap it around there.
and the
Fence
fencing pliers and
So you
just
grab that, like that,
twist it back.
twist it over,
There we go.
and you're done. Just cinch it down.
All right, so we're gonna finish doing this. We'll show you the last one right here, and then we're just gonna apply these wherever needed. Okay. Looks like that's good, and now we're just gonna go along where we need another fence or wherever. I'll carry those if you want me to. So, or we need another post. So yeah.